Welcome to Retro. Have a radical time.
Not another retro channel.
What's going on, guys? So we are at Retro Madness here in Bedford, Texas. I'm gonna go inside and see what they got. It's been a while since I came in this location just to check it out. So hopefully they got some goodies. I got some store credit built up. So let's go take a look. What's up, Steve? What's going on?
Gregors, how you doing, sir?
Good.
Welcome to Retro. Have a radical time.
Do you have anything cool, man? Anything
As a matter of fact, we have the 1990s special. So I thought of my pal, the Narc.
There we go.
So come around the corner and let's take a look.
Let's take a look. Oh.
Spawn playset.
A little Spawn action going on.
Little Spawn action to show off.
That's cool.
Nice card, which you don't often see on Spawn. Yeah. Usually it looks like they've been
mangled,
driven over by an 18-wheeler.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Cool. Nothing ever. This series, smaller ones. That's cool.
We got a nice mask guy.
Mask. Look at that. Atomic Wedgie.
An uncommon tick guy.
Really? What's the story behind this?
Just looked him up. He's worth a bit.
Yeah.
Most tick figures go for 15-ish bucks.
Yeah.
He is worth I can't remember, 40, 50-ish.
Okay.
A bit more, probably just because he's uncommon.
That's cool.
Nope.
Do people ever come in and are like, "Hey, what do you got? You got any tick stuff?"
Nobody's ever looking for tick, Craig. Only on the eBays. Although we bought a, matter of fact, shout out to Caleb, U.S. Navy. Let's go. Caleb bought a tick collection early on retro.
Yeah.
Early on in my retro, so 5 years ago. And we made fun of him for years. And Caleb, we're still making fun of you. Yep. Okay.
Let's see what else we can play with.
Let's see. Yeah, the tick guy was worth. I had him pegged at 50, so that's a lot for
it really
for
is.
a tick figure. This one I'd never seen before, and I thought of you instantly. And you said you're familiar, but like just ridiculous. I assume it's 1990s.
Oh yeah.
Every little girl loves little trolls, but what do guys wish for?
Battle trolls are out of control! Battle trolls! Big haired dudes with bad attitudes, born to battle. Even other battle trolls. Troll Call, Trollminator, Controlula, Nunchuck Troll, Bullseye Troll and the Trollnet Launcher, Sven Troll and his Trollosaurus. Battle trolls are out of control! Trolls and troll sets each sold separately.
Screaming 90s.
Screaming 90s, yeah, but I'm like, how great is that? Is that a takeoff from the girls' version of Trolls?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're like,
but we're gonna kick some ass now.
Yeah, and let's appeal to the boys. So what can we do? What's popular right now in the 90s? Oh, mutants and stuff like that. So
yeah, I saw he's got he's got an axe and some type of crazy. Don't know what that is right there. Let's see. Grappling spear shoots. I guess that's what you have there.
it's pretty sweet though.
Yeah.
I like it. Dig it.
Yep. So I think this is modern, but I mean Super 7. Is that recent or?
Yes, it is, but it's still cool though.
Yeah.
What is this?
It looks banged up.
Oh, it's banged. It's banged.
Yep.
But yeah, close in the dark. I mean,
There you go.
can't beat that.
Now this one was the Eckerd Special. So for the kid that could not afford to go to Toys R Us, here are your knockoff Power Rangers, a 3-pack.
They couldn't get like a fourth one? Or, maybe it was like a...
Again, you're shopping at Eckerd's, so you get what you get.
By Lennard. They made the knockoff G.I. Joes back in the day.
Did they? Okay. There was a decent bit of activity on eBay, so a good bit of people are reliving their Eckerd's glory. About $10 a piece. Yeah. So I would value that at like $30.
Yeah. That is
so
Atomic Ranger Warriors.
Not bad. Probably beats out a mutual fund.
I remember going to Eckerd's with my mom, and she would get her prescription or whatever, so I'd go to the toy aisle, and I'd probably
check out the Atomic Ranger Warriors. Yeah. Well, of course, in my day, Grandpa Retro, we had dirt sticks in the metal hoop, Craig.
Okay.
Actually, we had the $1 pack of Army Men at Mott's 5 and Dime, which
5 and Dime
was I had the 1977, the piece of cardboard, which sadly I didn't know to keep, that it was going to be worth $1,000. Don't have them to give you, but here's a piece of cardboard. Sometime in March, you will receive your Chewbacca.
Yeah. So you did the early bird special?
My parents did.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
That's cool, 1977. I was 7 years old. So
how crazy was that opening that up when you got it? How crazy? Like,
I don't remember the day it came in the mail.
Well, no,
but,
like the day, just your reaction.
Just Chewbacca was the greatest.
Yeah.
Definitely very fond memories of that. Somewhere a couple years after that, we got an Atari, and my love of video games was born. And thus, here I am at the Retro Madness all these years later. But yeah, that was, as far as toy lines go, that was my just #1 connection. I do have a picture of my brother with a Big Jim camper.
Oh, Big Jim, okay.
1973 on that action. But I don't remember that. The toys I bonded with by far the most would have been the Star Wars 77 to 80. It's the first 2 generations. By the time Jedi came out, I was busy chasing girls and booze.
Hey, that's what we do, man. At that age.
But yeah.
Cool.
Anyway, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
This is what we had for the NARC today.
All right, guys. So the only 2 things that I got was that Battle Trolls figure, and I also got that mask animation figure. So I got those 2 items. I was gonna look around a little bit more, but I was like, I'm gonna go next door. I'm gonna hang out with my buddy Eric that owns and operates the Horror Freak. Amazing shop. Check it out if you ever get a chance to. But I didn't go back inside of Retro Madness, but the very next day, TC is texting me, Turtle Chris. He's like, oh my God, the time is now. My grand peace. I was like, dude, calm down. Like, what's going on? What's going on? What are you looking at? Why are you freaking out? He was like, it's the Star Wars Ewok. It's low gray. Oh my gosh, I never thought I would see one in person. I was like, well, dude, go, film it for the channel. Let's show everybody. He was super excited. So we're gonna show that and his pickup with the low gray, and then also we're gonna take a look at Turtle Chris's vintage Star Wars collection. So roll the Turtle Chris intro.
What's up, everybody? This is Turtle Chris on behalf of Not Another Retro Channel, and I got word that there was a very rare Star Wars Ewoks figure here at Retro Madness in Bedford, and sure enough, we have a low gray, cartoon low gray there. Pretty nice looking condition. So I think I'm going to go ahead and grab him. And Shannon, what could you tell us about this figure?
Well, we all know how much George Lucas loves Ewoks, so they decided to make a cartoon alongside droids called Ewoks, and Kenner was still scraping for ideas on what kind of toys to make for the toy line since Return of the Jedi had just ended. So they're going to make the Ewoks based on the cartoon, much like they did with droids, except just like the droids line, it has become very rare, very expensive, kind of, you know, collector's items, even more so than the original vintage line. Price-wise, some of them aren't as expensive as, say, last 17s, but they're definitely less common. Like, this is the first time I've ever seen one of these guys in person. And they're just, you know, there's not that many to collect, and that's the reason they get so expensive, is the fact that it's a very short-lived line, so everybody wants to complete it, much like the Droids line. With the original Star Wars line, there's a lot more room to breathe because you have so many figures. But here, you've got maybe 6, 7 figures in this entire wave, maybe, and then it died off, like a lot of the rest of the Kenner figures.
Nice. Was this the first time you ever seen one come into the store?
First time I ever held one. Didn't realize that
Yeah.
the quality actually isn't even as much as the first run Ewoks. They're completely hollow on the inside. You know, the original Ewoks were all built, you know, they were fully molded. These guys are hollow, which feels kind of funny.
At least that they reused the legs, at least. From...
Yeah, the legs look like they're probably from Wicket due to how short they are.
Yeah.
Everything else is brand new mold. It's just weird how different Low Gray looks from his vintage counterpart. Like, if we grab Chief Chirpa here, you can see just how different they look. Like,
oh yeah. Even though the Low Gray one's different, he's like striped in the original line.
The original Low Gray, he's striped. He has that weird over-the-top staff.
Yeah.
Grab Chief Chirpa here. You can see just how different they look. Like,
oh yeah. Even though the Low Gray one's different, he's like striped in the original line.
The original Low Gray, he's striped. He has that weird over-the-top staff.
Yeah. Yeah, he's missing his staff here, but just finding the figure is pretty good.
Finding the figure is a pretty good achievement. Like I said, I had never seen an Ewoks figure come in this store. Hell, I've never even seen a Droids figure.
I've seen a few Droids at a few other places, but it's like always the humans.
Yeah, you're the ones nobody cares about.
Yeah, I don't think they're that bad, but...
Yeah, this exceeds my Kenner collecting a little bit. You know, me personally, I'm all about the original Star Wars 96 run.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and this is kind of, you know, I'm not really seeking these out, but it would be cool just to have at least one. If I find
you might not
one,
come across another chance.
Yeah, I might never see that again. Well, yeah, I think I'm going to do that, and yeah, thanks for the information.
Of course.
All right. How's it going, everybody? This is Turtle Chris on behalf of Not Another Retro Channel, and today we're going to take a look at my vintage Kenner Star Wars collection. So to start things off, we're going to take a look at the top shelf here, where I have a Millennium Falcon I'm piecing together. Probably about 5 or 6 more pieces away from completing it, but I'm pretty happy with what I've been able to find so far. I actually have a table with the original sticker on there. Just kind of missing the Jedi ball, the struts, and the opening hatch. And then down here is one of my newer acquisitions, Vintage Rancor. And I actually found him in the bag he originally came in. I don't know if it was resealed or if I unsealed it, but he is in very nice condition. Very clean. All the limbs are moving pretty good. So I was pretty excited to find that. Then I got a Death Star elevator. Currently piecing a Death Star together. Got some of the support beams for it, but no floors yet, so I'll be tracking those down. But yeah, that's just an overview of all the figures that I have. My end game on this is probably to get the full 96 with weapons. I'm down to about 10 more of the original trilogy and 16 of the last 17, so it's going to be a while, probably a couple more years, but whatever I find, I'll find them, and hopefully complete that set one day. And then on the very bottom shelf, we just have some more characters, mostly from Empire and the original movie. Some soldiers, we got the Cantina aliens, always like those guys as well. You just start finding the weapons for them. A lot of Empire Strikes Back, Bespin, Cloud City figures related. Next up, we have the bottom shelf, and just kind of a mixture of Return of the Jedi and Empire Strikes Back characters. You see in the back, I have some pretty nice ones. A lot of them are missing their weapons, but I normally just piece things together, so eventually they'll turn up, and if I need one, I'll place it with the character. I've been actually doing that quite a bit lately. I found Dengar's gun, Zuckus's gun also. Got a few tilted over here, but this isn't really a permanent setup. It's just kind of getting them up on display. Another recent one was Yoda, just missing his cane. On Solo. It's my Ewoks collection. And the only last 17 I have, which I got lucky and got for a really good price, is the Paplu. Just missing the spear, but I'll track it down eventually. Also have the 1978 Darth Vader. I'm missing his cape and lightsaber, but sometime down the line, I'm sure I'll find him somewhere. And then got a couple figures here. There's the radar dish. Just a few figures. This is from the Empire Strikes Back scene with Chewie, Leia, and Han. So I got all those standing there. There's the new Logray I picked up yesterday from the Ewoks cartoon. Pretty happy to find that. And then we come down to the first shelf, which is Return of the Jedi, Jabba's Palace themed. And Return of the Jedi is my favorite of the movies, so I had to recreate the scene with all the figures available. We got Jabba, the skiff guards. We got some of the aliens here, Boba Fett standing by. The only thing not vintage is the Slave Leia. That's a Power of the Force 2. And then I got two of the band members. Yeah, and then the background is a TVC, Jabba's Palace background. Some of my favorite characters and aliens are from Return of the Jedi, particularly like Reese and Tessic, aka Squidhead, and Max Rebo, just such a cool figure, and the piano's pretty nice.
So Turtle Chris has a pretty impressive vintage Star Wars collection, especially since he's only been getting back at it for the last year or so. So good job, TC. Guys, let us know down below what are some of the vintage Kenner Star Wars action figures that you are looking for. Let us know. I would like to know. For myself, last 17. I had a few. I should have kept them, but last 17 for myself. Guys, thank you so much, and we will see you in the next one. Peace.
Matter of fact,